Alright, this is a compilation video of my facts, trivia, and error shorts from one of the Transformers films. I know this probably isn't the typical compilation video that you're used to watching, but hey, I hope you enjoy. Did you notice the 2007 Megatron in Transformers Age of Extinction? Just before Cade Yeager is discovered infiltrating KSI, there are various screens that show the 2007 Megatron design. This was likely just a quick model reuse just to have something interesting on the screen, but who knows, maybe this was there because of Megatron's influence on the Galvatron body. Did you notice this error in Transformers Age of Extinction? Just before Cade, Shane, and the Autobots get onto the night ship, there's a group shot of everyone. In this shot, you can see that Crosshair is speaking and gesturing, but there is no line of dialogue. This leads me to believe that there was either a line cut, or they simply forgot to add it in. I doubt that they would sync up mouth movements and everything if they weren't actually going to have a line here. It can be easy to miss, but this is an odd error in this film. Did you notice this error in Transformers Age of Extinction? When the Autobots storm Kinetic Solutions Incorporated, KSI, Crosshair shoots into the air alerting everyone to their presence. As he does so, you can see that the two guards closest to the camera do not react until after everyone else does, and a decent bit after Crosshair has already begun shooting. The guards and other people farther away from the camera seem to react on time, but these two here do not. It's kind of funny to watch them stare blankly as Crosshair waves his gun around shooting, especially since this is an error that is fairly noticeable. Did you know about this grisly idea featured in the concept art for Transformers Age of Extinction? In art done for the character Lockdown, you can see that he has eyes hanging from his hip. The information at the bottom of the art here confirms that they are indeed eyes. I'm not sure which characters the eyes belong to, but you see some blue ones, two different sets of red ones, some gray ones, and ones that look like they could be Ratchets. Who knows for sure, but this is a pretty cool but brutal idea, and a very dark take on the idea of Lockdown taking trophies from his victims. And of course, this ultimately went unused in the finished film. Did you notice this error with Optimus Prime firing his gun in Transformers Age of Extinction? During the film, the Autobots raid Kinetic Solutions Incorporated, KSI, and force the humans to evacuate the lab as Optimus commands the Autobots to destroy everything. Then you can see Optimus aim and apparently shoot his gun. There's a recoil and everything along with the sound effect, but you don't actually see any sort of blast, bullet, laser, or anything. I think this is one of the more baffling mistakes from this movie since it's so front and center and very noticeable. Do you think this is Optimus Primal in Transformers Age of Extinction? After the Autobots, Cade, and Shane board the night ship to find Optimus Prime and Tessa, there is a sweeping shot of the inside of the ship. During the scene, there is a large ape-like creature in a cage making lots of noise and shaking around. Some have taken to saying that this is Optimus Primal, but honestly, it's really just fan theory stuff. You never see this creature up close, so it's hard to tell what it really looks like, and nothing is ever said about this being Optimus Primal. Me personally, I don't think it's Primal. I think it's just fan theory nonsense over a creature that shows up for 5 seconds and is never referred to as Primal and only has the most vague resemblance. But tell me, do you think this was Optimus Primal? Let me know in the comments. Did you notice this error with Lockdown scars in Transformers Age of Extinction? During the scene where James Savoy and other members of Cemetery Wind board the night ship to retrieve the seed, you can see that the scars on both Lockdown's chest and face are reversed. The scar on Lockdown's eye is on the right side of his face instead of his left, and the slope of the scars on his chest is going in the opposite direction. What's funny though is that after James Savoy speaks to Lockdown, the scars go back to being on the correct side and aren't reversed. It's a very strange inconsistency in this scene, and what makes this funny is that despite the fact that the scars are messed up, you can bet that they made sure that the Lamborghini logo was correct. Obviously, this doesn't ruin the movie or anything, but it is a very quick but noticeable error. Did you notice this random guy in the final battle of Transformers Age of Extinction? During the final battle, Optimus Prime saves Cade from being killed, but he is incapacitated by Lockdown. Cade begins taking shots at Lockdown, and Lockdown fights back, and right here you can see a guy appear behind Cade as Lockdown's shot hits. He was not behind Cade in the shot before this, nor is he there after this. I remember seeing something that said that this guy was a worker on the site that this battle takes place at, but even if that's the case, you still don't see him before or after this. It is a very odd error and one that is very noticeable despite it being quick. Did you know about this cut scene from Transformers Age of Extinction? In a TV spot for Age of Extinction, there's a scene where Tessa dances with the Autobots that is not present in the final film, and also can't be found on something like these special features of the DVD or Blu-ray. You can see Bumblebee and Hound dancing along with Drift nodding his head head to the beat. It's not known if there was a bit more to this scene. There likely would have been, but we don't know since they haven't released anything for it. I think this would have been a neat addition to the film. The Age of Extinction Autobot cast is known for being pretty aggressive and not necessarily the most friendly, and I feel like this would have been a little bit of levity that would have been nice. I also find it a little odd that they cut scenes containing CGI, since those almost always make it in just because of the cost. In any case, I think this would have been a neat addition. More robot screen time is almost never a bad thing. Did you know that Optimus Prime's Night Sword was supposed to glow orange in Transformers Age of Extinction? In concept art of various designs of the sword, you can see that it has an orange glow, very similar to the glow of Optimus Prime's swords, hooks, and axe from the first 3 movies. Various toys have also had the orange sword, and this can be seen in the big trailer for Age of Extinction, which seems to imply that this was a last-minute change to the film. I wish they had kept this because I think it looks cooler and makes more sense for why the sword was sliced through metal so easily, but hey, the one that we got is still pretty cool, so I can't really complain. Before we go, I want to give a shout out to members of my Patreon. In my average bird tier, there is Schmoctimus Prime, and in my Birds of Prey tier, there is Austin Gillis and Darth Spooby. Your channel support is greatly appreciated. Thank you. As always, I want to give a big thanks to everyone for watching, and have a good one.